Sandwich Shop and Grill in
Okay,
Sebastian.
yeah. I always call it the Village Grill, but it's the Village Sandwich Shop. But much more than a sandwich shop. And of course, a round of applause for the lovely, effervescent Beverly Osler.
Good morning, everybody.
Now, I took Beverly up there the first time I went up to the Village Sandwich Shop,
Mm-hmm.
and we had a great time. Matter of fact, I had a Philly cheesesteak, and what I was shocked at, these guys. I took Beverly up there the first time I went. Hello? What was that? Oh, delayed broadcast. I wonder what that was.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he's listening. He's got it. Okay, whatever. Anyway, so I took Beverly up there the first time. I thought that was Mr. B saying that he took her up. So I recognized my own voice.
Wow, my
That's the delay on Facebook.
You are going to
Anyway,
get Mr.
by the way, you can view us. Many people do. I just came from a meeting this morning where 3 or 4 of the people had said they listen to the show regularly, but one young lady says she now watches. She no longer listens on radio. She watches on Facebook, and I know there are hundreds of you that are doing that. So, but you'll notice the camera there. See,
I see it.
I'm not in it.
I know.
See that?
Wow.
Yeah. Well, because I'm old. And I figure it gives more mystery. And on top of that, as we grow nationally on iHeartRadio, which we're now here on, I'm going to have someone's logo shaven into the back of my head for a substantial amount of money. So that's what you'll constantly see. Can you imagine that? Nice Mercedes-Benz logo. Who knows
Like
what
it.
put there? Yeah. Hey, there's one classy dude. And where does he have his lunch? Up there at the Village Sandwich Shop. No, but seriously, the first time we went,
yes, we have.
I got a Philly cheesesteak. I was a little apprehensive. I got it and I went, oh my word, this meat is so tender. Now I'm a meat freak because I go down to the Capitol Grill for steaks often. I mean, I like a really good steak. Now I'm thinking, Andy, I said, this is I don't know if it was filet mignon, but it was something close to that. You buy a special cut.
Yeah, there's definitely no steak-um there.
No.
We do everything a little bit different. We try to eat some or serve something that we would eat and that we would recommend to our friends on a daily basis. And we don't want to be like everybody else. We want to have our own.
And it's a cute family little sandwich shop restaurant. Don't expect, some you're not going to have an orchestra playing there. You're not going to have a rock band playing there. Although sometimes you do that when you have those weekend events.
Yeah.
But basically, like yesterday, we went.
Yes.
And I got a grilled cheese with tomato and bacon, but it doesn't just have one kind of cheese.
It has 4. It's the Village Grill. We throw the whole village on it. We got American, cheddar, Gouda, Swiss, some Duroc bacon, some fresh tomatoes.
And it was very Gouda.
Very good.
Very good. What did you have?
I had a lobster roll. I thought that was such a treat.
How was it?
Oh, it was
Of
wonderful.
course, you couldn't say on the air because man, that lobster roll. Well, she must have liked it because she ate it all.
Yeah.
But I want you to know one other time I was there with a friend and I had the stone crab. Oh my goodness, that was such a treat. And your price was so reasonable. That was wonderful.
Oh, we just got a text from Mark, the hair guy. He says, I'll give you $50 a month for Mark's at the Point Solana Boutique logo on the back of your head. Plus 10% for each new client revenue. Hey, this could be the beginning of a relationship here. And I was kind of hoping for AT&T or Mercedes or something like that,
Yeah.
More like 50,000 a month,
Right.
or 500,000 a month. Let's go to big time. Rhett finally gets syndicated nationally and throws a party every month on Royal Palmer Point. We're even going to change that sign right there. It's no longer Royal Palm Point. It's Royal Palmer Point.
That's right, I remember.
So there's an asteroid, a huge asteroid will pass by the Earth tomorrow, Wednesday. If this was a movie, the asteroid would be aimed at North Korea. Okay? Lots of drama and negotiation. America uses missiles to destroy the asteroid before it hits North Korea, saving North Korea from destruction. North Korea becomes our buddies forever. Everybody smiles. Roll the credits. No, it's not going to happen.
Not going to happen.
This, of course, The Fate of the Furious had the biggest opening weekend for any movie ever.
Yeah,
What?
This is supposedly like the last 4, the last one.
Oh, is it the one where they all have this miraculous ability to disappear and appear and do all that stuff? Is that the one?
No, it's the Fast and Furious. It's the car one, the one Paul Wall was in. That,
Oh, the guy that got killed?
Yeah, the guy that got killed doing what he loves. But Yeah, they just keep coming up with new ones and new ones. I think Hollywood's about out of ideas because you see them doing just the same thing over and over and over again. But it's a
No.
good movie franchise. It really is.
It is, but you're right. They're stupid. And I heard from somebody recently in the industry. They said they have no idea what's going to make it or not over there. That's why when a Jaws comes out, suddenly then you got 15 more shark movies because you got dum-dums up there. I was in Nashville before I came in. Did you know that I was all assigned to Liberty Records? It's a whole long story. But anyway, this guy Herky, forever Herky. I'm going to find Herky and I'm going to punch Herky in the face. Although I've never punched a human being in the face. I shouldn't say that because somebody might believe me. But because I remember I got in a fight with Udi LeBoden when I was a kid in grade school. I think I was in 8th grade. And Udi LeBoden, I caught him pushing Gary Johnson down the hallway at Spackenkill High School, Spackenkill Grade School. And I got mad. So I said, I pushed Udi. Udi was a skinny but tall guy. He said, "That's it, Palmer. We're meeting at the school." And so all of a sudden, so we meet after school the next day, right? And the whole crowd's gathering around. And all of a sudden, Udi LeBoden pulls down his pants. And there he's got shorts on. His boxing shorts, man. He's going to really do this thing up. So he starts to hit me in the head, knocking me in the head and everything. I couldn't hit him. Then we got him on the ground. I was on top of him. I could not hit him in the head. And so we're rolling around in the mud. And finally, he puts the scissors on me. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, the leg scissors.
Yeah. He squeezes my stomach, and I upchuck a little bit in my mouth. So I just said, I took the embarrassment of losing, and just to end it because I just couldn't hit him. I couldn't hit another human being. So I want you to know that when I say I'm going to hurt Herky in the face. Even Udi LeBoden, I couldn't hit him. And if anybody knows where Udi LeBoden is, originally from Poughkeepsie, New York, last time I ran into him was at a Howard Johnson's up near Lake George, New York. And he says, hey, I heard you were dead. I said, well, must be exaggeration going down because here I is in the flesh. So anyway, Udi LeBoden, I wouldn't punch him in the head. I still wouldn't. But anyway, but Herky, I will say that when I see Herky in Nashville, I like to punch him in the head because Herky told me, this was when Garth Brooks was first making it. And the people I was dealing with were dealing with Garth Brooks. And they kept warning me, are you sure you want this fame? Because they said Garth has just become famous. Super. And they said he wishes he could go into Kmart and shop. That's when Kmart was number one. He wished that he could go into Kmart again and shop freely. People have no idea how much freedom you lose. These are, you can handle it. Let me tell you, when you got that kind of fame, can you imagine? You can't go anywhere without anybody wanting a piece of you. Because it's almost like they get to touch a little bit of maybe, it's like, why do they sell bricks to churches? Mr. Schwartz just gave us $100,000 to have 3 bricks. Because they think they're gonna,
Right.
They want longevity. What are they looking for? To go on after they're gone.
Oh, that's a legacy.
A legacy,
Yes.
Which is, I don't know how much that lasts because, 50 years from now they tear down that church and build another one.
Yeah,
There goes Mr. Schwartz. I mean, look at do anybody here remember the Crystal Cathedral with Robert Schuller? You can if you think you can. He had a national, international TV show every Sunday. I went out there, went to his church. He was a positive thinking preacher.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess one of the children of Norman Vincent Peale, who I also got to meet before he passed, The Power of Positive Thinking, a book that changed my life, by the way. Believe it or not, I was a painful, reticent, shy individual. Can you believe that?
No.
No, that's the
Not
truth.
at all.
I can see it in your eyes every now and then.
Now, you have 3 children.
Yes.
How old are they? Who are they? Tell us about them.
I have 3.
Okay.
2, 3, and 7.
2, 3, and 7.
Mm-hmm.
So you 2 are going through a stage of being humbled
Yes.
in life,
Yes.
where they are first and you are not.
I'm always last, but that's part of being a mom. It's okay. This morning we were really late, and it was World War III in my house, but that's
World War
okay.
III.
And I'm still here smiling.
You
And
are.
they made it to school. They don't miss much school. They go.
It's
Sharon tries to take them on Saturday. I have to tell her there's no school today.
well. Now you're a mother of 3.
3 boys.
Do you remember going through that humble period where your life was not your own? Of
Oh,
course you
very
do.
definitely. But it was expected.
Do you think that females have more humility than men? Now, I tend to think they have a lot more humility than men. But then I've had women say, oh, no, I think women have more pride. So I'll let women judge the women. Do you all think as a species, do you have more humility or do you have less humility?
I think we have a lot of humility. You have to when you're raising people. Like I don't say children, they're people.
Yeah.
Yeah, my little mini humans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Well,
But
what
they're
about
better
you,
than
Andy?
adults.
Andy?
What about you, Andy?
I think you do. I think women do. I think they have a lot more humility.
I think they're almost like angelic beings.
They're close.
They're
close.
physical.
There's one period, there's one time of the month that I differ from that, but on the regular basis, they're good.
You know, I don't like to generalize because both of you gentlemen are very tender people.
Hmm.
You're all heart. So I don't want to say one thing or the other. Go by the individual.
I agree with you.
Yeah, it's a case to case
Yeah,
basis,
that's true.
generally.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have my days. I have my days
Sure
when
you
I'm
Yeah,
just,
well, we all do.
We all do.
Look, at my point in life, I'm very disappointed in some things I've done. I've gotten mad at people. I mean, I know I'm not the only guy that's out there. You know, I don't give fingers though anymore. I stopped doing that. Something's wrong. I just look forward. I just ignore them, and I figure, first of all, you don't want to upset anybody.
right.
I mean, remember Jesus said, like, if you get slapped on one side of your face, turn the other one.
Hmm.
Well, today you better do that because if you contest them, they get mad.
Yeah, you never know. You never know.
Like just the other night, we were walking right here on Royal Palmer Point, Barbara and I, and this lady comes around the corner towards us, and I pushed her into the bushes, and I jumped into the bushes in the car, and then like Barbara apparently was shaking her head because the lady, all of a sudden we didn't know it was a lady at first. I thought, is this a guy? Is he mad we're here? Well, he stopped, but it was a she. And she rolled down the window. She goes, I don't know why you're shaking your head. I slowed down for you. And then this is indicative of the human predicament because the pride, yeah. Instead of going, I'm sorry. Now, so Barbara said, did you shake your head? I said, no. She said, well, I shook mine. And this girl could have killed us. Now, I have a feeling that she probably worked at a local restaurant.
Right.
For those on Facebook, you can see me pointing. And maybe, now, I don't know, but they park over there on that side. Then they get in. You're tired. You're done at night. I know what it's like because I've done it too. I'm out of here. Step on the gas. Come around that corner thinking it's 11 o'clock at night. Who's going to be there? And there are these two wandering Jews. But here we are wandering, right? Wandering around. And this car comes at us. And so we were pretty disturbed, But the point is, she rolls down the window. Instead of saying, so she goes, I don't know why you're shaking your head. I slowed down for you. It's like the guilt. Instead of just going, it's so hard. It's like a little kid. You go to a little kid. Hey, Johnny, did you eat the cookie? Oh, no, Dad, I didn't eat the cookie. I don't know. I think Cookie Monster came here. I didn't do it. I really didn't do it. To lie. Why? Why can't we just say, I was wrong?
Because when people are defensive, they really are saying to themselves, I'm wrong, but I don't want to admit it.
It's a pride thing or something.
It is a
is.
pride
Or
thing.
it could be if you train a child up wrong
Mhm.
and they get, you should say, okay, so you admitted this is a good thing.
These are the main things that we're actually dealing with our 7-year-old right now. Is teaching him it's easier to tell the truth. It's easier to be nicer to somebody. It's easier to walk away. And trying to teach that to a 7-year-old with bullying and the kids in school right now, it's just
You got to teach them now, though. You can't wait. You can't wait till they're 10, 15 years old. By then, you've already dug that grave. So you got to do it now. Kindness and love and just.
Do you spend time with the kids yourself as the guy?
Yeah, I don't get as much, especially during season.
I can remember I had a stepdad from 6 to 12. And he's a pretty successful individual. He took me fishing one time in a little metal rowboat. Now, that's the only. Now, my dad was killed when I was younger, and so I never had a father figure. And after that, he disappeared from my life. So I never really had. I've had friends, guys, and my mother married, fine, but never a dad figure. And I can tell you, I still remember that one day in Fishkill, New York, going out and renting a little boat. So that was important to me. Imagine how important it is to you. Because I was with Mark Rodolico last night. We walked last night. Not the night before I was with Barbara when the car incident. And he has 2 boys, and he spends a lot of time with those boys. That's the best investment. And don't tell me it's quality of time. It's also quantity of time.
right.
Mhm.
And it doesn't have to be, over the years we're trying to learn. It doesn't have to be Disney World. It doesn't have to be money. It doesn't have to be. It's a simple outside 5 minutes.
Okay, just like with you and Andy.
Hmm.
You go on a date. Andy goes, we're tight for money. We spend it on the kids this week. go to McDonald's and have a cup of coffee.
Mhm.
You know what I
Or-
do? You know what I do? I
What?
take her to this nice little restaurant in beautiful Sebastian called Village Sandwich Shop and Grill. They're great there. The service is excellent. The food is superb, and she always loves it.
And the prices are
The
reasonable.
prices are reasonable.
You can have a lunch and you can walk away and not have to take a loan out from the bank.
Yeah, and it's in one of those non-restrictive pedestrian, shopping areas where you can walk around. There's fountains.
Yeah, now that's a cool little secret.
We have glow-in-the-dark butterflies that actually live on premises.
No,
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
really? Do you know that there are like 800 species of butterflies?
Yeah, more than you would think. A lot more.
Yep. If you go down to Key West, they have as it called, an apiary,
Mhm.
apiary,
Apiary.
and you go in there and it's enclosed, and all these butterflies land on you and everything, and then they give a whole talk about butterflies.
Mhm.
It's an amazing cycle. Do you know that the little worm?
The caterpillar.
Yeah. Now we think that they're really harmful to a tree, and they eat voraciously. Okay. We've seen that, right? Well, then they go into their cocoon, and then the metamorphosis, and then they come out as a beautiful butterfly.
Mhm.
Now, here's the return. The butterfly, with its little legs, with those little things on the legs, spreads the pollen, which makes for more of the trees than it ate. So it's a complete cycle.
Nature replenishing nature.
It's just a perfect cycle.
It's part of the grand plan.
It's part of the grand plan. And part of the grand plan for lunch today or dinner tonight, right, is the Village Sandwich Shop up there. Now, in case you want to know how to get there, you go north on US 1 from Vero Beach. Worth a little drive, folks. Go north on US 1, and you'll go past 512 on the left. Then you got to make like a U-turn, come back down. And how do you identify where it is?
It's the Key West Villages. We're in the Village Square. We're there with a bunch of other little shops. There's a eyeglass place, Tiffany Jewelers. There's a Manatee's T-shirt place, the Den, a wine bar, and today's Taco Tuesday. Why not come?
Taco Tuesday.
We're gonna have some fried grouper fish sandwiches and all kinds of good stuff.
Now,
Good
do you
eats.
do a Mexican taco, like with ground beef and the
We
jalapenos
do
and
4
stuff?
versions. We do beef, pork, chicken, and fish. They're all soft tacos, and they all come with different condiments. They're street food style. They're authentic to the area that we think they should be. And they're all different. They're
Yeah,
all.
you got.
Sometimes we'll do a shrimp taco. We'll do a lobster taco.
You like what you do.
I do.
Why?
do.
Where'd you get this penchant for? Because you can tell some people do stuff as a perfunctory duty.
Well, I learned.
This
I
you're doing
learned
because you like
it's
it.
easier to get out of bed and face the world and all the grimace that it has to offer if you're getting up to do something you love.
Yeah.
If you're not, it's just an extra.
So you love
bag of
nurturing
bones.
people.
I do. I love to express myself, and I can do that through my food. I can't paint worth a darn. I can't color. I could never stay inside the lines. So with the food, I can be my own artist and show my style and be my food Rembrandt.
Okay, now you can find you on Facebook. It's the Village Sandwich Shop and Grill.
That's
Joel,
what-
all you have to do is remember Village Sandwich.
Mhm.
So you can go to Facebook. Great to see you guys.
You too.
You
Thank
also
you
do
so
big
much.
parties. Like I stopped
We
in
do.
yesterday. You were doing this huge party for the government up there.
Yeah, we
Explain
do.
that.
We do all kinds of caterings and weekend parties, and we're doing some concert event series there with other vendors in the
And a
village.
gold, didn't you win some major
Yeah, we
national
won a
award for
Golden
your
Fork-
hamburger?
We won a Golden Fork Award for our burger, and we're having a concert the 23rd. It's 2 to 7:30 there in the Village Square. There's going to be a lot of live music.
Is that a
and
Saturday or Sunday?
It's a Sunday, and all the vendors, so after church and after lunch, come by and see us.
All right. I want to thank Andy and Samantha for coming in here today. Say hi to the 3 kids.
I
More
definitely
than
will.
3.
Well,
Yeah, he counts as 4, and then we have 2 from the 4. So
Yeah.
there's-
which are
He
gonna
counts
be-
as 4.
I have
Oh,
2
I
older
know.
ones that are actually going to make me a grandfather this year.
Wow. Got to take a break. We'll be back. This is the mayor of the airwaves. Who loves you, baby? Now, that'll air again tomorrow. That'll air again tomorrow from 7:30 to 8. You can hear it in its entirety.
That's a big
Now,
time.
if you ever particularly liked any interview we do too, he'll send you an MP3. You can take that MP3 and then you could put it on a website or do what you want to do with it.
All right. That's good
Yeah.
to know. I didn't know that.
Get to know the owners. Get to know Samantha and Andy.
Yeah.
They press a little button, have a picture of the 2 of you, or take a picture of the 3 of us, or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interviewed by Rhett Palmer. They listen to a nice little 22-minute interview.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Sounds good.
This is becoming home. I think I've come in here once a week now. Oh.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah.
We gonna go
Okay.
to work.
All
I'll
right.
see you guys later.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
What is
What'd you say?
Send me that email to print for you. He already called and tried to give me information about Julie Summers
I
from
know.
Skid Row to Sunset Boulevard.
Very
Skid Row.
Skid
Yeah, they're
Row.
gonna make a movie out of her.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, see you.
Thank you so much.
See you guys.
I
See
know.
you this afternoon.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
We might
I'll
bring up a sandwich or two. You never know.
Yeah, I don't know what we're doing too for lunch. We might end up back up there. I know there's some guys, but I gotta look up this stuff right now.
All right. Thank
Okay.
you guys.
and then
You guys be
I'll
good.
send you a text and let you know. I just gotta get the kid off the bus and then we'll shoot over.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Bye
Hey,
Yeah,
now.
he can't
have a
roam the
great
streets by himself. Thank you. You want me to close this or leave it open?
Yeah, would you close it? Thank you, Samantha.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
So you want biblical billing?
Choose it.
Your usual seat, okay? Mhm. I'll be right back.
All righty.
Mhm.
As the body's largest organ, skin is the great protector. Skin cancer is the most common of all cancers. Protect the health of your skin with regular exams by a board-certified dermatologist. Specializing in the treatment of skin cancer, Treasure Coast Dermatology has offices in Martin, St. Lucie, and Indian River counties, with their newest location in Vero Beach. Call toll-free 877-870-DERM. That's 877-870-3376.
When he called, gave him my email address to send it,
Oh,
but at that time he hadn't sent it to me. So now he
what's the
did.
name of her? On Auckland is from Skid Row, something. Okay.
Julie Summers is her name. I have her phone number just in case she doesn't call in. So
Okay. Let me read this.
we're all set.
Thank you. Oh yeah.
You saw that?
Yeah. Where was it?
It was in the Vero Beach magazine. Our celebrity here,
Which Vero Beach magazine?
the big thick one.
Oh.
I thought, I know him. No, that's mine. Mhm. You know, multiple personality. Rhett, this book is very good. Very good. I'm selling.
Good.
I don't like the font.
You know how we'll know if it's good? You know
If
how
I
we'll know?
sell. I know what you're talking about. I could probably sell the book, but I don't know about this other stuff. Well, I do have some people I've been contacting, but nothing has been completed.
You will.
Mhm. Yeah, but God knows I have to work at it. Mhm.
Okay.
They were a delightful couple, aren't they?
Yes.
Mhm. Okay. Oh, there's something in here about the guitarist with Dylan.
Oh, oh, okay. What about it?
He died.
Let me see it. Let me see it.
I'll find it. Can I find it then? It's the Tambourine Man. Right there.
What? Headsets now. Do not remove them while we're on air.
I didn't.
I don't want feedback. Okay. Yeah, put me on too. Okay, we're on here. Hi, how are you? This is Rhett. How are you? Oh, good. Well, I hope you like them because then I'll be extra nice to you. All right. Well, we'll talk about that on the air. Now, Julie Summers. Okay. So, prison, drugs, rape, prostitution, mistress. Okay, we're going to go to commercial break. All right. We should be able to hear the commercials through the headset.
That's correct, in about 45 seconds.
Yeah, I just wanted to let you know that I'm in recovery too. Yeah, 7 years. Alcohol. I never drank till I was 47, but then my mom died, and my gal, 17 years, left me for a brain surgeon, so it was like too much. So I started drinking too much, but I never ended up in Skid Row or anything, but you know. But it's great to be in a 12-step program. Well, what was your addiction? Okay, well, we'll talk about. No, yeah. So, well, I hope we get to meet sometime. Oh, you've been to Vero? Hey, we could set something up in the future. You know what I want to start doing? I haven't done it, but wouldn't it be great if we could do something in front of a live audience? I got to figure out some way to do that. I mean, you know, I have a magazine here too, a glossy magazine called Vero's Voice. Yeah, look it up later. Vero's Voice. VEROSVOICE. Vero's Voice magazine. And yeah. All right, I'm going to put the phone down, and we'll be with you momentarily.
The tide is in. Whether it be a special event, romantic dinner, or a great night out, it is sure to be a memorable event at the Tides Restaurant. Chef Kelleher's latest innovations, always an award-winning culinary experience. You'll taste the freshest seafood, locally grown, organically raised vegetables, and the finest meats to create masterful presentations. A complete dining experience to meet all your expectations. The Tides Restaurant, 3103 Cardinal Drive, Vero Beach. You need an appliance fixed? Call Mike Campbell at Campbell's Appliance Repair, 562-3002. 562-3002. Campbell's Appliance Repair. Michael's been in business for years. So if you have an appliance that needs to be repaired, call 562-3002. 562-3002. Tim Delaney here. Do you get headaches on the sides or back of your head that ache and throb? Majority of these headaches come from
In your
contraction of the
kingdom,
muscles
in
that
charge
move the
of
jaw.
drug offenses.
This type of headache is totally treatable without medication. If you possess sore facial, neck, or upper back muscles along with headaches, give us a call at 772-713-1034. I am a general dentist limiting my practice to jaw joint problems and dental sleep medicine.
Jeez.
772-713-1034. Today's broadcast is brought to you by Touch of Class Dry Cleaners, the best dry cleaner in town, their newest location, your front door. That's right, Touch of Class Dry Cleaning, free delivery to your front door. Touch of Class.
Stand by in the studios. If you're going to wear headphones, put them on.
It is I, the mayor of the airways. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Glad you were tuned in. And you kids too, glad you were tuned in. And of course, you now can listen to us on iHeartRadio anywhere in the world. WAXE, iHeartRadio, it's a free app. You can also watch us on Facebook, and you can watch us on YouTube. We have Mr. Bill is in here. Biblical Bill is in here today. Good morning, Biblical Bill.
And hello, Rhett.
Good to have you here. We also have, of course, my co-host for the day is Beverly Osler. Good morning, Beverly.
Good morning, everybody.
On the line, I have the fabulous Julie D. Summers, and she's calling in from Santa Monica, and that's where my niece and nephew used to have a bead shop right there on Main Street. I love Santa Monica. How are you, Julie?
I'm doing really great, thank you.
She has written a book called Off My Knees, From Skid Row to Sunset Boulevard. Now, what a transformation she's had in her life, from prison, drugs, raped, prostitution, being a mistress, then turning her life around in Hollywood as a big-time successful real estate agent. And now the movie industry is interested in your book, I heard. Tell us all about that.
Well, we're talking, I guess I should say I had a good childhood, and I think that means a lot. I was raised in a little town called Nico, Pennsylvania, and then my family moved to Orlando, Florida when I was 12, and my father died suddenly, leaving us with no relatives and no money.